everyone. I'm still trying to get it all set up. And again, hello everyone. I cannot go live in landscape. It's portrait. I'm not certain what to do on this one. I'm going to have to see, and I can't get it to come up on my okay. I can't get it to come up on my iPad. There it is. Okay. All right. I apologize. I don't know. This is so frustrating for me. And I know it is for you because I can't get the orientation correct. I hope and pray I am in focus when I do this and on the camera. So I'm going to try and watch and make sure. I don't know why it won't take it as landscape. I don't know. I've unlocked the phone and everything. So, all right, with that, I am going to use the Meandering Meadow DSP. I have one sheet left that I have not used yet. And every other card that I've made with this, I believe, is on my channel. So if you Google or if you search my channel for Meandering Meadow, a bunch will pop up. I've also decided to use an idea that a friend gave me. I have a Black Friday, Cyber Monday special. And what I have done, it's an inspiration book. I have found 50 of my all-time best cards in 5 categories, and I put them together in a book. Now, normally this book would sell for $50 because it's $1 an idea, which is cheap. But for my Black Friday, Cyber Monday special, I am doing it with for $35. That's 70 cents a card, which is a 30% savings. So a great deal. And you get the PDF in with the 5 categories, and their birthday, quick and easy, wow, scenic paper, which this Meandering Meadow would be considered. And there's one more. Oh, chop your DSP. So you can easily chop up your DSP and make cards. And it's just a great resource. The picture is there. If there's a video, there's a link to the video so you can watch it. But you can use this book over and over and just change it out. And to show you how easy it is, I'm going to take one of the cards from my book, and I'm going to use it today for the layout for this card. So you'll have this one also to use. Oh, excuse me. Oh, we have a rainy, dreary day here, and I don't like it. And I took Ezzy out. Oh, she does not like the rain. She fought me big time, but she has to go out to go to the bathroom. So, and it's supposed to rain all day. So I'm hoping it slacks off after this. I can take her out and she can do her business, come back in and get lunch, and we'll be good till about 4. So hopefully, hard to say. I've tried to walk with her and keep her under the umbrella. She doesn't like it. She doesn't like to be wet. She doesn't like a bath either. So, all right, with that, I'm going to get ready and I'm going to turn my phone down. Now, I will try turning it to see if I can get it to flip to landscape. It was in landscape, but it didn't. So if you are the type that gets dizzy, close your eyes and I'll tell you when to open them. All right, let's get started. Okay. Don't open them yet. I don't think it's gonna work. Darn, it won't switch. I've got to do something. I'm gonna have to set up my streaming software because this isn't. I just don't like this at all. All right. Let me see if I can zoom in some. Yep, I went in some. Let's see. You can open your eyes because all I'm doing now is zooming in. I'm going to try to zoom in some more. I don't know if I'm going to be able to. All right. Okay. All right. So, whoops, I had it straight and all right. I'm going to move it back. All right. These are the cards I have made so far with this DSP. I have this one, this one, this one that's a fancy fold. This one was a real challenge, but the video for it, I solved it because I couldn't get it to work out, but I figured out a way around it. So there's this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, which is also another fancy fold, this idea, and then this one. All right, so with that, today's paper is this one. All right, I may have to move it out a little. All right, I am going to go out just slightly. All right, there we go. All right, so this is the one I'm going to use, and I want this panel as the main focus of a panel on my card. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to flip it around only because it's easier to use. And I want the tree as the main focal image. All right. All right, it's going to take me a few minutes because this piece on the card has to be 1 3/4. So if I catch the edge of that tree in my cutting, there we go. So just a little bit larger than 3. All right, that piece you can use for another one. Now I'm going to take, and I need, let's see, 1 3/4. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this at 1 3/4. All right. And then this piece, I'm going to flip back around because I need a piece that's 1 inch. So I'm going to line it up with 1 inch. And I'm going to cut it. Now this piece is again scrap, but you can always use the back to decorate the inside of your card and envelope. Now I want to get this piece first because that'll tell me where I have to cut my other piece. So I'm going to cut this at the top, and I need it at 2 1/4, and it will get that tree. So I'm going to come down just a little bit. I'm going to put the bottom, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to cut the bottom of the tree first. All right, so there. That you don't need. All right, I'm going to flip this around and I'm going to cut it at 2 1/4. And the reason I did that, these are pieces, and there are some of my cards that you can use this. So this is the piece that I need, and I just cut it the wrong way. Okay. It should have been, all right, you know what? I've got another piece of paper, so I'm just going to grab it. I'm going to, again, go in here, and I'm going to cut this. All right, now, this is the piece that I need, and it needs to be 2 1/4. So it's got to be 2 1/4. So I'm going to put this at 2 1/4. All right, and I'm going to cut. This piece should be 1 inch, and it is, so it's perfect for what I need. Now, again, this piece needs to be 1 3/4. I had cut it 1 3/4 by 2 1/4, but I need it 2 1/4 by 1 3/4. So if I cut the bottom of the tree off, I'll come down just slightly, like so. All right, and then this piece needs to be 1 3/4. So I'm just cutting off the slight piece at the top. So that's the size I need. So there's that. Now, this piece needs to be over here, like so. So I've got to cut it. Let me see where I got to cut it. All right, I've got to put it in and cut it there. Some of the ideas with this are a little bit harder than others. Now I've got the spaces I need, so I don't need to worry about it. This piece needs to be 1 by 1. It's already 1 inch wide. So all I have to do is cut my 1 inch, like so. All right, I'm gonna keep it together so you can see. This piece goes underneath, and it's 1 inch by 2 3/8. I'm gonna slide that down. All right, there's my 2 3/8 right there. All right, so there's that. Okay. All right, it's going to go like that. Now I need to address some pieces down here. And what I need is this piece here. All right, so I'm gonna match it up like so. So I know where to cut it. All right, so I'm cutting off that strip. So I'm getting rid of some of my pieces. All right, now, go back here. The one piece at the bottom is 1 inch by 1 inch. Okay, so I'm going to cut this at 1 inch, and the other one is 1 inch by 1 1/8. All right, so there's my 1 inch, and I might have to adjust it a little bit because of the way I've cut it, because I wanted the tree. All right, so there's that. Whew. And then this needs to be 1 1/8. Make sure I've got it the right way. I don't want to cut the wrong side off. All right, so I'm just cutting a little tiny piece off. All right, we have all of our pieces. All right, I'm going to set this aside, and I'm going to put this over here, which you probably won't be able to see, but I've got it set up. Now, I did go ahead of time and cut my paper. So these pieces are going to be mounted on here. So I'm going to start with my 1 inch piece, and I'm going to add it to my piece at the top, and it has a very narrow border. Let me make sure that works, because I've got to get this in there. Oh, I can go a little bit wider. All right, so there's that. Just make sure it's even. This piece goes on next, and I can trim this down if I have to. This piece was 3 1/2 by 3 3/4. So let's see, this goes on, and I'm going to leave a space, and I might need to trim a little tiny bit off the side. All right, this piece is next, because I kind of estimated, but it depends on how you cut it. All right, so this piece goes on next, and you're going to leave. I'm going to turn this because I want just a little bit of a space between it. Sometimes it's best to cut your paper. There's that. This one goes on next, and I am going to be trimming because I've got some space, quite a bit of space. All right, and this one goes down here at the bottom, and I've tried to even that up. Now, if you have trouble getting it lined up, use a T-ruler. I love the T-ruler because I can put it there, right at the edge of that, and know where to put that paper to get it lined up. Once you get that one in, then all you have to do is add the other one. And if it's off slightly, no one will really know. So I'm going to, oops, I want this even with this side. So I'm going to do the T-ruler. Let me get it set up here. Can't pick it up. Okay. There we go. And I'm going to hold it in place. And then I'm going to put this one down. And it's going to be even with the edge of the ruler. And then, so there we have the panel. Your card is basically done, but I am going to trim mine a little bit. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to trim just a smidgen off this side to make this side a little bit even, and that's not straight. It is now. All right, then I'm going to go to the bottom and trim some off the bottom. Okay, there, I've got it. All right, now we're not done. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to take this panel and we're going to put it on here. And I'm not going to trim this down. I'm going to leave it. This piece is 3 3/4 by 4. So I'm going to add this to the back. Okay. Like so, and I will center it as best I can. So there's that. My colors came from the DSP. I thought that I tried the Fresh Freesia and I didn't like it, so I went with Highland Heather. And then I also pulled in some of the Granny Apple Green. And this piece is 4 by 4 1/4. So this layer goes on here, like so. All right, and again, I'm centering it on all sides. All right, now I'm going to put this on a white card base. All right, so I'm going to add some glue to the back of this, like so. And I'm going to pull it down and center it on the sides and the top. All right, so there's that. Now, the other thing, I wanted something, we've got this space down here. I don't normally put sentiments on my cards because then I can use it however I want. If you want a sentiment, pull out the go-to greetings. It has some nice big ones that would fit in there. But I'm going to show you another idea, and I'm going to pull in a scrap paper. I have found that I really like the textured floral bundle with this set. I know it's not part of it. There is a set that matches it. I didn't like it. There were so many flowers. I wanted to highlight the flowers. So what I did was I pulled this image, which reminds me of all of these pieces down here, and the Granny Apple Green, so it's tone on tone. All right. Okay, and I'm going to stamp this across the bottom, like so. All right, and that's, I should have spaced it better. I should have started here, here, and worked my way in. So, something for you to do when you make yours. All right, I'm gonna take this piece and I'm gonna glue it on here. This piece is a 1/2 inch by 4 1/4. And I'm gonna make it even. All right, the bottom piece is Highland Heather and it's 3/4 by 4 1/4. And I'm going to add it to my card base. And then the only thing we have left are the gems. So let me pull my card back in so you can see it. And this goes down kind of centered between the panel and this. And mine looks crooked. It might be. You know what? It's a handmade card. This one is. It's off. I'm not going to fool with it now, but I will try and fix it. And I wanted some sparkle. So I pulled in the loose sequins. And I'm going to use some glue dots. And I'm going to put a glue dot there. I'm going to get my take your pick tool. I'm going to pick up a big one. And there, oops, I didn't take the back off. There is a right side and a wrong side to these. The right side has a little cup to it. All right. There it comes. It didn't want to come off. I'll get it in a minute. So, see, there's a bunch of them inside of it. All right, now I only have one. All right, then I'm going to take another glue dot and I'm going to put it next to it. I'm going to take my back off. And this helps if it's kind of not as big. These glue dots are fairly large. It was from a paper pumpkin. That's a middle-sized one. And then I'm going to take one more and I'm going to put it here. And I want a small one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of mush my glue dot towards the center with my pokey tool. Pick up a small one. Oops. I got to get it over there and stick it down. That is not straight. Whoa. Well, that's what what happens when I can't get close to it. But you get the idea. You know, we all make mistakes, but there's ways to fix it. I can probably pull that up and move it up. That's a little better. All right. So there's the card that I made from one of my cards in my inspiration book. Now, if you want to find out all the information, click the link below to go to my blog, and you will see my blog post about it. You might have to scroll down one or two because I think it's underneath. I posted it yesterday, and I did do a post today, so I should probably put it at the top. All right, I'm going to get ready and flip this up. So if you get dizzy, close your eyes so I can flip this up, and then I have to turn it around. So I'm flipping now. Close your eyes. Okay, you can open them. Oh, the things we do to show you ideas and to help you stamp and have fun. I appreciate those of you who came in to watch. This was a quick card. We all have a lot going on right now. I appreciate it, especially if you took time from your cooking to join me. And I hope you have a happy Thanksgiving. And I'll be on my Facebook page live on Saturday at 10:30 a.m. Don't forget, check out my inspiration book on my blog. I'll have to add it afterwards because I have to add all that information after. So have a happy Thanksgiving, guys. I hope to see you on Saturday, and if not, I'll be back here next Wednesday at noon. Bye.